Hey everyone! I am going to cover today some really good gift ideas for graduate students, and these are all things that either I have gotten as a gift or that I have given to other graduate students as a gift. I do want to let you know that all the links to all of the things I'm going to be talking about today are going to be in the video description below if you want to check any of these things out. So to start off with, one of the probably easiest things is a gift card. And there's two major types of gift cards that are really good for graduate students. The first one is anything to a coffee place. So whether that's a Starbucks gift card or a Dunkin' or to give, a local coffee shop around the graduate student school, those are always good gift cards to give if your graduate student likes coffee. The second type of gift card that's really good to give is to Audible. And so if you don't know about Audible, it's basically a audiobook program where you can enroll in Audible and then you get access to audiobooks. And so this is also really good to give to graduate students because we spend a lot of time, in the lab or working, doing kind of mindless tasks. And so it's always really nice to be able to have some audiobooks to be able to listen to while we're trying to do those things. Now, if you want to get into some actual gifts that you can give, I have a few of those for you as well. And so the first one is going to be a Bluetooth mouse. And so this here's the Bluetooth mouse I used all through grad school. It's just an Amazon Basics Bluetooth mouse, and I'll have that linked below. But it's really nice because a lot of our time is spent working on laptops. And the mouse pad on laptops can be really frustrating to use, whereas having a nice, sleek Bluetooth mouse that we can just hook up whenever we're ready to use it, and it just makes it easier for all of the things we have to do, like data analysis and putting together presentations and maybe even putting together figures. So the next gift that's really good to give to graduate students are notebooks. And this is one of my favorite notebooks. It's a nicer notebook that's bounded and has different bookmarks in it so I can tell kind of where I am through the notebook. And so this one is one that I use a lot. It's the Jumping Fox design. You can find them on Amazon as well, and I'll link them below. But notebooks are a really good thing to give because we spend a lot of time going to meetings, or maybe we're people who like to do to-do list and things like that. And a lot of the people that I know actually enjoy writing things down. Even though we have our computers, it's sometimes nice to have something to write down. And then also whenever you're taking notes on something, it's a lot easier to write those notes down a lot of times than it is to actually put them into a computer. So after the notebooks, the next gift that I think is really good is getting a lap desk. And so this is one of my lap desks that I've used, and you can see that it actually has mouse pads, both if you're left-handed or right-handed. It's a larger lap desk where you can set your laptop on it, but then you can also still use your mouse. So if you're getting a Bluetooth mouse, a lot of lap desks, you won't be able to use it. You can only use your actual mouse pad on your laptop. And so having a place that you can use your mouse is also really good. And I use this all through graduate school because I would do a lot of work on my couch a lot, and so it was always nice to be able to set my laptop down on something and be able to use my mouse pad while I was working on whatever I was working on. Another gift that is really good to give is an external hard drive, and I would check with your student, make sure that they don't already have one. Sometimes in graduate student, their advisor will actually give them one to hold data and things, but to actually have a personal external hard drive. And so in my case, you can see here is my 5 terabyte hard drive that I use. It's a WD Easy Store hard drive. And so I use this to contain all of my personal data. I also used it to have a backup to my dissertation, which is something that is very important if your grad student is working on a thesis or dissertation. Make sure that they have an external hard drive so that they can always back things up. You can also back up to the cloud, but then also having a physical copy of your dissertation work is really important. Because the last thing you want is to get to the end of your dissertation and then wherever your dissertation is on and then it crashes. So I always had a backup of my dissertation on my hard drive as well. The last gift idea, and this is a big ticket gift idea, is a laptop. And so in my case, I have my Surface laptop, and so you can see here, I use it for everything. It's actually a Surface Book 2, and this is kind of a really big ticket idea. I got this as a gift in my last year of grad school, and I really wished I would have had it prior to my last year of grad school. But whenever you're looking for if you're going to get a laptop, I suggest getting something with at least 8 gigabytes of RAM. One of my previous laptops that I had before I got my Surface, I would open it and I had to sit there and wait about 20 minutes for it to completely load up with everything before I could even access it. And so once I was able to switch over to a Surface, this allowed me to be a little bit more mobile because I could go and sit somewhere for 30 minutes and 20 of those minutes weren't waiting for my computer to come online. But it also allowed me to be able to do things more quickly, and even if I had a span of 5 to 10 minutes, I could easily take out my Surface, open it up, and start working on it. Versus if I was working on my old laptop, I wouldn't even bother taking it out because I know most of that time would have been spent just at loading. So my laptop has a 16 gigabyte RAM, and I think that's one of the most important component. I do suggest PC products, and so I again have the Surface, but checking with your grad student, because with different softwares that we have to use as grad students, a lot of them are not made for Macs. And so in my case, I was a mass spectrometrist. We used about 4 or 5 different softwares, and anyone in my lab that had a Mac had to get a Windows emulator on their Mac, and so it caused a lot of problems with them trying to download and use the softwares. And so I do suggest talking with your student and seeing if they do work with certain softwares, and then if there's a better version of a laptop that would work best for them. But a laptop is kind of a higher ticket item, but if you're interested in that and your student doesn't have a great laptop that they're working with right now, I do suggest getting them a better laptop, especially with higher gigabyte RAM, so that they're able to do more work faster and with less stress. So again, all of the links to all of these gift ideas will be below, and I hope everyone has a great and happy holidays.